This is the study of multiplying fraction. Let's look at our number routine. Paul has 2/3 gallons of gasoline. He used 3/4 of the gallons of gasoline to get to school. How much gallons of gasoline did he use? Well, let's show you what that means. He has 2/3 gallons of gasoline. I'm going to highlight that to show you a little better. This is how much gallons of gasoline he has. Yes, that much gallons of gasoline. He used 3/4 of this gallons of gasoline to get to school. Did he use the whole thing? No, he only used 3/4. So will our answer be more or less than 2/3? Let's think about it. If you're using 3/4 of this, you're using less than a whole. You're only using a part of it. So that means the answer is less than. He's using less than. So let's show that now. We did learn this lesson before, if you still remember it. I think it's 2 lessons ago. So I need to cut this into fourths horizontally. And then I shaded, let me get my highlighter. I shaded 3 of the 4. How many overlapped here? 6 out of 12. 6 is blank of 12. It is 1/2. So he used half a gallon gas to get to school. What if I want to solve this mathematically without a picture? He used 3/4 of 2/3 gallons of gasoline, using part of something. So that's multiplying 3/4 times 2/3. How do you multiply fractions? You multiply the numerators. You multiply the denominators, 12. Can this be simplified? Yes, it can. Divide both numbers by 6, and you get 1/2. That's where 1/2 comes from. All right, so let's watch a video here. Let me press the play button. I don't know if you could hear that, but he was saying that if you go to the moon, you are only 1/6 of the weight of Earth. So here is our question about that. So if you go to the moon, you are 1/6 of the Earth weight. Because the mass is the same no matter where you are in gravity, but weight changes due to the gravitational force. If John weighs 84 pounds of Earth, how much will he weigh on the moon? So 1/6 of 84. So is our answer going to be less than 84 or more than 84? Well, if you're 1/6, that's only part of a fraction, so you are going to be less. So you're finding part of something and you're multiplying. How do you rewrite 84 as a fraction? 84 over 1. Very nice. So you multiply 84 6. And what is 84 divided by 6? It goes in 1 time. Subtract it as 2. Bring down to 4. How many 6 is going to 24? 4 times. So on Earth, you are 84 pounds, but on the moon, you are 14 pounds. Well, we're going to do a little activity. Joanna mother gave her 1 1/4 pizza. Joanna ate 2/3 of the pizza. Using fraction circles or bars and arithmetic, show me how much pizza she ate. So before we do this, what do you think the answer would be? Did she eat more or less than 1 1/4 pizzas? Why? So she ate 2/3 of this pizza. Is she eating the whole pizza? No, she's eating a fraction of it, part of it. So our answer should be less than. Our answer would be less than 1 1/4. So how would you solve this? Many ways to solve this. One way is we can solve it through bar model. So she ate 2/3 of a whole pizza. So let's show that. She ate 2/3 of a whole pizza. Take that way. She ate 2/3 of this 1/4. How can I show this? into 3 equal parts. Let's see. Let's see if this fits. 12. 1 12, 2 12, 3 12. Oh, it does fit. So she ate 2/3 of this. So that means she ate 1 2. We take this away. So she ate 1/3, which is 2/3, and she ate 2 12. So let's figure out. Let's combine this. What fraction is equivalent to this? Let's see. Is it the fifths? Let's see if it's the fifths. Will this be equivalent to it? Not quite. Is it the sixths? 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6. Well, it's supposed to be 5 6. I don't know why is that, but it's supposed to be 5 6. So 5 6 is the answer. But how can I solve this mathematically? How can I solve this mathematically? So she ate 2/3 of 1 1/4 pizza. Of means multiply. We are multiplying fractions. This lesson is about multiplying fraction. How can you rewrite this number and fraction into an improper fraction? Do you remember how from elementary school? 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 more is 5/4. Is 1 1/4 the same thing as 5/4? Let's see. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and wait. So 1 1/4, and here's another one. So 1 1/4 is the same as 5/4. Now let's multiply this fraction. So if I multiply this fraction, multiply the numerators, that's 10. Multiply the denominators, 3 times 4 is 12. But wait, we have to simplify this. 5 6. See how our answer matches the picture model. So you ate 2/3 of 1. You ate 2/3 of 1/4. It is 5 6. Because if I split this into 3 equal parts, that is equal to 5 6. So how do you multiply mixed number? It's just like multiplying fraction. The only difference between multiplying fractions and mixed numbers, you have to turn the mixed number to improper fraction. And then you multiply the numerators. Then you multiply the denominators, and then you simplify. So what you're going to be doing now is you're going to be doing 6 stations, and you're going to be working with your partners at answering this. But because this is a video, we will work it together. A cupcake recipe asks for 3/4 cup of batter. Rob wants to make 1/3 of the original recipe. So he doesn't want to make the whole thing. He just wants to make part of it. So 1/3 of 3/4. That means I need to multiply 1/3 times 3/4. That would be 3/8. If you want to, you could draw it. Stop. Hold the horses. How embarrassing. I just realized I just made a huge mistake. I don't even know how to multiply here. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. It did say simplify it, so I can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3 and get 1/4. Again, if I had to draw a picture, I cut this into 3/4. I shade in 3/4 of it. Then I have to cut it into thirds, going this way. I shade in 1/3 of this. How many overlap? 3 out of 12, or 1/4. Next one. Liam's bottle has 2.5 cups of juice in it. He drank 1/3 of the juice, so he drank part of the juice. How many cups of juice did Liam drink? So we leave 1/3. Turn this mixed number into an improper fraction. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5 halves. So it's 5 6. Julia has a role in the school play. On Tuesday, she practiced 2/3 of the time she practiced on Wednesday. So what's 2/3 of Wednesday, or 5/6? So I need to multiply 2/3 times 5/6. That's 10/18. Because I multiply the numerators and multiply the denominator, I can simplify this by dividing by 2, 5, 9. Station 4. Furry Pets store had 20 animals. 2/5 of them are puppies. So 2/5 of Furry Pets are puppies. Pet Galore had 12 animals. 3/4 of the 12 animals are puppies. Which store has more puppies? So 2/5 times, we're finding part of it, so we know our answer will be less than. How would you write 20 as in fraction form, as a fraction? What number you would put below it? A1. That's 40 divided by 5 is 8. What about Pets Galore? 3/4 times, how would you write 12 as a fraction? 12/1. That's 36 divided by 4 is 9. So Pets Galore has more puppies. Station 5. Natasha spent 1.5 hours on the beach. She fell asleep for 3/4 of the time she was on the beach and then woke up with a terrible sunburn. Oh, poor baby. How many hours was Natasha asleep on the beach? So 3/4 of her 1.5 hours at the beach, she was sleeping. So we need to multiply this. How do you write 1.5 in fraction form as an improper fraction? 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3/2. If we multiply this is 9/8. Do you know another way to say 9/8? 9/8 is, by the way, is very good. But another way to say is, if you divide 9/8, 8 go 9 one time, you have 1 left over. 1 hour, and the fraction is 1 1/8. That's another way to say it. 1 1/8 or 9/8. Either one is acceptable. And last but not least, half a group of chicken tried to cross the road. 3/4 of them made it to the other side. More chicken for pot pies. So 3/4 of half of a group of chicken. So what's 3/4 of half of a group? So we multiply 3/4 times 1/2. That's 3/8. Again, here's a picture. Here's half. I shade in half of this. And then I split this into fourths. And I shade in the other half of it. And it's 3 out of 8. So hopefully you have a better understanding of fractions, multiply fraction. Again, you turn the improper into turn the mixed number to an improper fraction, or the whole number into an improper fraction. Then you just multiply the numerators and the denominators.